Giving women and girls the confidence to strut through life in style. Detroit native Cee Cee Massey joins us now with a look at her new footwear company that's putting the focus on women's sizes 10 to 16. Sierra, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I love your story. I'm so excited we're about to highlight this company because the creation of this company is very personal to you. Truly, reading about it made me emotional. I know it made our producer Jess emotional. And because I know you're admirably an open book, can you kind of tell us about the insecurities you experienced in childhood that led to this?
Absolutely. So not being able to express my individuality, right? Being 14, 15 years old is when the dream came to me. And, for the most part, I wore men's gym shoes for a majority of, my childhood coming into adulthood.
That was the only option you had, right? Do you remember like a certain age and what size you were into at that time?
Absolutely. So about 14, 15 years old, I was wearing like a size 12, 13 in women's shoes, and just not that much selection. And if there were, they weren't necessarily age appropriate at that time.
How was that received by your peers?
They're very shocked, honestly. They're very shocked. I'm 5'8", and I'm not that tall. And so oftentimes people seem to think that when, you've been really tall, you have larger size feet. But they are, at that time, they were just very shocked. They were very shocked.
Yeah, I know sometimes kids can be brutal, so I didn't know if they were like, those are men's shoes. So that obviously was a passion, something tugging at your heart for a very young age. But I read that you took it as far as to bus on a very regular basis. Was it weekly from Detroit to New York?
Yes, every week.
What were you doing that trip for?
To learn how to make shoes. I just really wanted to understand the concept of how to make shoes so that I can provide the best product to my customers. And so I commuted from Detroit to New York on a Greyhound bus every week for 6 months. My class, I would get there at 10 a.m. in the morning. My class didn't start till 6. I didn't have family out there, so I would just kind of roam around until my class started. And I did that for 6 months.
Oh my goodness, incredible. In awe of you, truly. And then when you came back to Michigan, working at Detroit Manufacturing Systems, what were you able to achieve and learn there?
So I was able to understand systems. I was able to understand a little bit more about how a factory was run, how to produce, a quality product. I had amazing mentors while being at Detroit Manufacturing Systems, such as Bruce Smith, as well as Ben Meacham, and so many others. My DMS family have been absolutely amazing with teaching me, understanding product and how to push out quality product.
I'm so proud of us. We were disciplined. We got all of that out of the way, and now we can talk shoes, ladies. All right, so we have a display here. Gorgeous. Tell me a little bit just about the quality, the design process, what we're looking at here.
So I wanted to make sure, one of the main things that we have a problem with or an issue with is having a variety of style, a variety of color. You may be able to find a size 12, 13 maybe, but you are not able to find it in the pop of color. So this particular collection, I wanted to make sure that I had some vibrant colors, but some everyday, everyday wear as well. So we wanted to mix, obviously the size, having the sizes available, pop of color, and comfort.
Absolutely. Okay, if people are interested, where can they find this? I imagine you're on social media, but do you have a website?
Yes, so the website is ceecemassey.com. It's CeeCeemassey.com. And all socials, Cee Cee Massey.
Wonderful. You hope you're kind of sparing girls right now from the problems you had.
Absolutely. I want, all my customers, to feel confident and bold and beautiful. We don't have to compromise, quality and style because, we wear a larger size. We're here to, stand out, and I'm super excited. Oftentimes people don't realize, women that wear sizes 10 plus make up 25% of the market, believe it or not. And it's simply underserved, and it's been underserved for many years. So
I was joking with you before the segment started. I'll see 10s on sale at Target and whatnot, but beyond that, really, I don't know that I've seen an 11, 12, 13 on a retail shelf. So Cee Cee, thanks for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
Making Detroit proud.
Thank you.
We are excited to spread the word.
Thanks
so much.